What up, though? The music scene. We got a lot of action on the smoke. Hit the subscribe button. You have to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell to be notified when we drop another banger. We got that boy Hassan Campbell again. Now, look, don't get me wrong. I like Hassan, and most of the time he be telling the truth, speaking the real. He be 100 with it, but every blue moon, he say something that's crazy, sideways, or something just he just don't have the facts. It might just be he just lacked the proof of what he's saying. Sometimes it's just a overrated opinion. But I like the way he do his thing, his 1-2 thing. I think he got a great enunciation. If I was as nice as him with the enunciation, I'd be great. But anyway, this is how we gonna run it. So if y'all been watching the headlines lately, Trav, which is supposed to be 50 Cent cousin or something like that, little cousin, he supposed to air 50 Cent out at the Dirty Laundry, saying that he was running with 50 when he was only 11. 50 wasn't giving him money. He exposed all type of stuff. He was saying that 50 had Slow Bucks jumped on stage because Slow Bucks wouldn't share his brand with him. He did the little t-shirt brand. He was causing waves with it. And I guess 50 Cent wanted in. I guess 50 felt like since he was under 50 wing, that he was entitled to it, but they say 50 wouldn't feed him and stuff like that. So basically saying 50 is grimy. And it was a lot of stuff that Hassan touched on, that Trav touched on, saying, if y'all seen years ago when Tony Yayo was thrown in the bushes by 50 Cent, 50 Cent said they were just playing. But according to Hassan Campbell, or whatever, the interview with Trav was saying that 50 was mad because it was an event that Floyd Mayweather, they was at an event and Floyd Mayweather was there or something like that, and they was in a club and Tony Yayo couldn't hear 50 phone call so he didn't answer, so 50 was mad about that. They even was saying the fact that Tony Yayo had smacked Jimmy Hitchman's son, and that that was they were doing that on behalf of 50. Now, if you watch recently 50, and I had touched on it, 50 Cent said that, that Yayo did that wasn't nothing that he would do, like, that was crossing the line. And so whatever issue that 50 might have had with Jimmy Henchman, that ain't nothing he would tell Yayo to do. When you living by mob rules, sometimes you got to get permission to do stuff. If not, then, you can end up getting killed, and then that be what it is. And so Yayo going on to do that by itself, and that ain't nothing that 50 Cent sent, like, as in no orders he sent, and nothing that he was even cool with, then, the consequences became behind that. Yayo friend got killed and stuff like that. Hassan, he's for the right reasons, I think. When he like starts speaking without the facts and stuff like that, I feel like it just becomes, like I say, an overrated, opinion. And then when you like crucify somebody, like saying that is actually true and confirmed, that's when it's an issue, because nobody got 50 Cent side of the story. Everybody hearing what Trav saying, but nobody's getting 50 Cent side of the story. He's saying that Trav needed something for like medical for his mom or his grandma, and so 50, I guess, figured like, maybe though she got medical insurance or something. Anyway, so Trav said 50 Cent didn't give it to him, so that's why he started rocking with him. Now, I don't know what's what, 50 Cent would tell you back in the day when he came out, he was grimy, and so this could be true, but at the end of the day, people don't start talking or dissing themselves until they don't get what they want. So if he was not feeding them guys, why did, he wait for him not to give him some money for his grandma medical for him to distance himself? Or why, when he was doing all this other grimy stuff, that he didn't distance himself? So sometimes you got to see the whole picture, know all the facts, and see what it is. And that's true. You don't feed the wolves, they get you. But it just seemed like, I don't know, something's missing. Also, Trav was saying that anybody that 50 Cent beef with end up doing life in jail. Now, hey, and Hassan Campbell was saying, like, we all know that you don't always need to see paperwork. But this thing with you, that's true. But also, you can't just put something on somebody just because it seemed that way. Like we don't know for sure, for certain, if 50 Cent working with authorities. But anyway, nobody really have proved it. They just saying if it quack like a duck, then it must be a duck. But nobody actually has shown that it actually was a duck. Anyway, what else they talk about? Okay, Banks, Lloyd Banks. So Trav was saying, according to Hassan Campbell, that Lloyd Banks fell back from his whole music career, 50 Cent and all that, because he wanted 50 to come to his daddy's funeral. And 50 Cent was like, you weren't even close to him. Now, that might seem harsh, but it's different levels. Like Hassan Campbell said, well, it's a lot of us who grow up without being close to our pops or whatever. And so I get that. At the end of the day, y'all know 50 Cent had and probably still got a lot of crazy beef. He can't just be popping up in the hood and stuff like that. That's just like, you know, NBA young boy. He can't just be just at anybody's funeral. It gotta be you gotta be right. And so I'm not saying that 50 couldn't have security and he couldn't have been good. And so I guess 50 just felt like the money that he got to pay his security and to secure that and stuff like that and make sure everybody's safe. Like, it just probably wasn't worth it. And especially if you feel like say, Banks wasn't close to his pops, he just having an emotional moment. So it's different ways how you handle it. And y'all know this 50 Cent, his background, his mom was killed. And 50 Cent always kind of went with the motto, love will get you killed. And so that's why, if he felt people across him, it seemed like he don't have no heart for him. Like even his son, Marquise. And so they even touched on that. Hassan Campbell was saying that Trav was saying his grandma had told him once, somebody that don't love their son definitely don't love you. And so it's just a lot of different stuff. So the thing is, all this could be 100% true. But the thing about it is, nobody heard 50 Cent side. Nobody has seen the actual proof of this stuff. This is just something that could be true, or maybe a few things true. And so the other stuff just say, well, if those true, this probably true. But like, I don't believe in rocking like that. My thing is, I got to see to believe it. At least hear to half believe it. And at the end of the day, like they even mentioned, like Monster, they say, Monster down around him and stuff. They were saying he needed some money to move his mama. And, the thing is, that could be true, but nobody know for sure. We don't know what it was. Do we know if Monster really not around him? Maybe Monster fell back because he started getting too much attention. Y'all remember about a year ago, people started really knowing who Monster was. They started showing pictures. YouTubers started blogging about him, like, here go 50 Cent Enforcer. So at first, you would just see him in pictures or kind of in the background, really didn't know who he was, no name, no face. And so now he like ID, people know who it is. So who knows what's the reason he fell back. And so 50 might be the type that just let people think what they want to think. And so just say even when Bangum Smurf was doing interviews like a few years ago, he was saying that 50 Cent Pose had tried to have him killed or something. So he never really talked about it. But in one interview, he specifically spoke on it. He was like, he didn't have that in his heart from Bangum Smurf, like that had nothing happen to him like that. And so it's just having the right information. So I mean, y'all get in the comments and really let me know what y'all thinking about this. Y'all think 50 really grimy and slimy like that? Or y'all think that he may be halfway, you getting half the story? Or y'all think this is just some BS, some disgruntled employees, disgruntled artist type, maybe they ain't getting the money. And just say for instance, like what is these people doing with their money? They were saying that during the time that 50 Cent threw Yayo in the bushes and stuff, Yayo was out there selling weed. Now the thing is, if my calculation is right, Yayo had money. Now if these people ain't investing their money, why should 50 Cent just keep babying them? And just say for Monster, I don't know what he was getting paid for security, but they claiming he didn't have money to move his mama. And so unless 50 was just paying them scraps, you know, but to be like your enforcement and your security, like it don't make sense for just be feeding you scraps. Now, just say if you did pay them decent or whatever, what are they doing with their money? Is they blowing their money and then they saying, okay, 50, since you 50, you got it. You just, we need it. So you never know what the whole story is. So that's why I say You can't really just go by what people say that sound good. Or even it don't matter if they was there. They may not be giving you this whole story, especially if they sound disgruntled. So I'm just say, get in the comments, let me know what y'all think. Give me your opinion. Tag Hassan Campbell if y'all want. And turn it up. You seen I'm out. Chick.